we know what the comps are, so they are actually sticking with the same comps in terms of it. But yeah, I'm interested to see. Like, my immediate response was when I saw that, I was like, wait, what? Tens absolutely dominates on Ascent. I was like, hang on a minute, this can't be right.
Maybe that's a positional thing, or maybe just on the back of a couple of rough showings on Ascent. I'm not sure, because we like you said, we've seen other players. I mean, Mixwell makes Jet work really, really well on Ascent. As this information coming out from the spy cam in B lobby is actually going to call out a quick rotation from G2. Pit's going to find Russ. That's a pick over into the backside of A. Aslan now in heaven, but the push is going to come all the way through here.
Legoo a little slow on tree there. Cned will get himself out, or Cned I should say, does get caught out, but the rest of the team are in position, and also with the Jet, as I was talking about, going aggressive. Enemy mark. Up on the top there, they have got control of sight, locking it down. And then Pit's going to find himself. Legoo, door's been picked up, and Kero does get Pit through the smoke there, but Mixwell quickly with the answer, and now it's all on Cned. The last man up in scaffold already takes a big old tag from paTiTek there. Does manage to peek up. There's a double jump in the end. And paTiTek goes down, but responded with ardiis. So, nice pistol.
ardiis managed to find 2 owl drone tags. And you can see the owl drone taking a couple of hits there, but the dark cover being over door just... I mean, it's 2 free kills for G2 there. Pit, I think, found both of them. I'm not sure, but... again, I talked about ardiis and his utility usage in the pistol round in the previous game, and again, demonstrating that here in the first round of Ascent.
Going to be a B hit this time. Looks like they're just going to muscle the way through. Obviously, generally going to be Spectres versus pistols, and you can see Kero with the frenzy up close, getting caught out. That's going to be a simple paranoid to the face. Nothing you could do about that one. The shorty work for Legoo. Tries to come down, and oh no, he misses it. And Pat's thinking, how did I live there? Out of backs away, gets the plant in, and now, well, Aslan with the support of Russ needs to get across here, but immediately cut out by David.
And that setup is absolutely deadly. The paranoia gets sent through from B lobby, and obviously Mixwell with the tailwind able to follow up on that so quickly again. And as soon as you lose control of this doorway, especially when you've not got any weaponry to work with, it's B-site for free all day longly.
Hasn't been able to claim a weapon either because they're all dropped in sight. So unfortunately for Russ, he does find ardiis, makes it expensive. 2 of them only going to carry the weapons through. So in terms of your usual bonus bank rounds pulling through, it does of course give them the Phantom and the Vandal they're going to be pushing on through with. So at least they kept hold of the decent weapons.
Yeah, and 3 players forced onto a light armor rifle for BBL, and that is a big factor. It's not talked about too much, but obviously the fall-off damage of the Phantom, especially in a map like Ascent where there's lots of long sight lines. If you catch a headshot with the light armor, you're down. Obviously, 140 is usually the drop-off for a long-range headshot, but we know that Pat likes to run that Vandal consistently, so that doesn't become a factor. You can see the owl drone push out through B here. Does get rid of one of the trap wires, and actually does get a tag and a 1-for-1 trade here on B site.
It's going to be the rotate coming in. Legoo's going to be in position. Is he going to even just try and push through this? He may well do. Pat, arches at the back though. Got it covered off. Spike still coming. Do we have to go back to this again?
Well, the dark cover's now faded on defensive spawn, so those sight lines are open. Spike's still stuck in lobby, as you can see.
This
Pit
is
at the back. Yeah.
Super awkward. They've got 2 that are basically separated, and now the dark cover comes down from Legoo. It actually separates the 2 defenders, effectively what would be normally site defenders. Now they get a dark cover in there. Oh, a quick tailwind, and that's going to be the paranoia coming through. Davidp does get a trade with Russ, but they have lost control of site. I don't think they realize there's 2 actually on site. Now they do. Legoo goes a peek and finds Pit. What is happening?
This is kind of sloppy. And I'm glad you touched on it. Obviously, me and Lauren talked about it in the previous game with the Spike being left in spawn a number of times, and it's really come, full circle to bite them in the arse here, really, in round 3.
2-on-1, Davidp. Separated off, 10 seconds to go, nothing you can do. Round goes BBL, and you can't. I mean, that they had the site, they were in control of site
for free as well.
Yeah, they just walked in, they cleared the man, they had the dark cover down, and as you said, by the time they'd Well, actually, it was the rotate coming back. It was pyth that picked it up because pyth was over at A side setting the traps and the camera up over there. He's the one that actually ended up wrapping around and collecting the spike. And it was by the time he got there, like, it was that, hello, we could have had the plant in. We had 4 in there. We hadn't lost anyone on the site take. Bizarre. I mean, I just feel going forward, if they don't fix those mistakes, there's going to be a team that's going to come through and punish them. Is BBL going to be that team? I don't know, but sooner or later, that is going to kick them in the ass multiple times over.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't want to lose the spike in the entrance to BBL. Yeah. That's never advisable. But
your entry fragger will never take it, but that's fine. But they left it like they'd entered. They were actually in the back of sight before they even picked it up.
And Pat's going to TP all the way into Boathouse, and he's got the spike this time, so it does make its way onto site. Paranoia gets sent through from the defensive spawn, and Mixwell from the switch going to shut down Lego before he can capitalize on it. But just to come back to that again, if a team, like you said, just decides that, oh yeah, they're pushing B, I'm going to rotate through mid-link, and they walk through and they're like, well, there's 3 on site, the spike's out here and spawn, they catch pyth on the rotation, it's round over at that point.
I would love to hear from them, like, information on that, because it's not like the first time we've seen it. If like 1 or 2 times you can say, okay, it was just a mistake, but when it's just starting to get costly. Hello, Russ, doing a great job at clearing them down, does manage to keep them away with a slow. We'll go for the second peek, and Pat goes and gets Russ down, but got costly.
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe there's some other logic to it. Obviously, I mean, we're iron casters, Lee, so we couldn't possibly speculate as to the reasoning behind that. But for me, it's weird to see.
Well, I mean, obviously we have the benefit of hindsight. We can see everything. We have the vision. We have the map. We have absolutely everything, and we can see these the faults as and when they happen. But like I say, I'm intrigued as to why it happens, especially with the smoke clearing, and it basically made this awkward 2 split.
Yeah.
And it cost them the round. It literally cost them the round. But here we go. This is going to be a big stack. They're going straight into it. Russ has only got the sheriff, but he manages to pick the first one off on ardiis there, as they're all caught actually in the slow now. A lot of shots coming through. This could be very risky for G2 here, as the smoke gets replaced. And the rotate coming through, and Cned using that blade storm. He's creeping around the back of them. He's clicked a weapon, but Mixwell will get Russ down. They're trying to still work away. The Guardian from pyth, and this has actually been so costly that they've had to be forced down to these weapons.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at the first blood count, because I seem to recall Russ just always getting picks, and especially on the thrifty rounds as well. They're absolutely making G2 work for it, and G2 now find themselves in a 3v4 situation here, and they're stuck inside a lobby. They're committing to it, so I mean, the Paranoia is going to get sent through from Pat here, probably towards tree.
There's the dark cover. Here we go. Paranoia goes across. I think it caught slightly. Aslan's going to get the one on the intro.
Oh,
he gives him the showstopper. Oh, my word. It comes through. Cned with the blade storm. And that kill gave him the showstopper, and in your face, thrifty right back at them, and that's going to break the bank of G2 as well.
I checked it as well. That's BBL's 5th thrifty round win.
Big.
Yeah, and I mean, we're only 6 rounds into this game so far, so that's 4 in the first one, and
it was, if you kept your eye on it, it was really nice overlaying of the cloudburst to the dark cover to the cloudburst to the dark cover. Just delay, yeah. So this time they've tried to stack out a B site, making sure nothing happens through. They can see it. That operator is in play now for the first time on the map for BBL. Russ is in a great spot. Is he going to get the Paranoia across? He does. He catches them all with the Paranoia. That's the spike carrier. Gets himself the second damage done. Manages to hold them up, and then you can see the res comes back in from Davidp. But what's going to follow through? They're all in position to cut them off, and Kero comes behind. Shuts them down. Yes, it was an eco stomp, but it was a really nice one to see.
Yeah, just a huge Paranoia from Lego there, and he's unlucky not to capitalize more on that, to be honest with you. But the Hunter's Fury coming in from B lobby meant that he couldn't back up out of that. He had to commit to challenging. But not too much damage done, to be honest with you, in terms of the economy. There's only 2 members of BBL under 3,000. So looking nice and healthy coming into this, and we've got a tie game here. And I mean, I was surprised in the first map, but they're showing that they can do it on Ascent as well.
Oh, Russ possibly being aggressive here into a triple stack. Well, that will stop him dead. As soon as he sees that cage trap appear, he'll just step away. Dark cover cuts off the connector to A site, and we do see the spike still sitting here, but looking like a bit of probing from the Owl drone over on the A site, just trying to draw some attention that way. Doesn't look like that's going to be the play, though. You can see Spike still sticking here, and the 3 players from B working their way over towards the A connector. It's going to be heavy on the Raze player, which is going to be Aslan sitting around waiting. And then, of course, are they going to put the pressure? Oh, he's having a little look behind them. Did he get the information? I didn't see whether he did, but ardiis catches him the second he goes back to position. That's going to pull a rotate to B.
That was weird placement for him to opt to pull the teleport there as well, because you can see he's getting caught literally in the middle of market in the open there. And ardiis, fair play to him, absolutely punishes that move here. The dark cover sent over to defensive spawn on the B side, but there's still 2 members to defend here, and counter TP now. Aslan will find 2 there. That's fantastic work from him, and the paint shot to follow up. It's going to put Davidp down to 11 HP.
Should be able to heal himself back up. The cloudburst goes up on top, and he gets the boost up there. Mixwell tries to make it work, but Aslan's pushing in. He's already got the double, looking and feeling more. Mixwell looking to peek up there. Aslan's playing with the smoke, but he's going to get caught out. Mixwell hops up, can't make it a second. There's Kero will take him down, and now this is a tricky retake situation here. Kero only on the 33, gives himself the neural theft, can see the positions, knows there's one underneath, one around the side. He wants to find Pat first, but he may well have to deal with Davidp, and David will find him in the end.
That's good.
Will be G2's round.
Really good. Again, as soon as the neural theft ping comes around, Davidp makes a really smart reposition there to set up the crossfire and make it even more difficult for him. But
that goal goes back to the Lego play, though, like that. As you say, they're from the shadows. It almost stood in the middle of the market. It was a bit bizarre.
Odd. I mean, because he's in market, right? He can come back to this position we see Hero in right now and just support, do it from there, especially if it's just an info gathering. But I mean,
get out of my way.
You know, a team like G2 is going to punish you for little things like that.
Oh, it's going to be a quick play this time from G2. They're going to force this one. Cage trap. There is a cheeky little peek underneath it. You can see Davidp. Is he going for the boost? Is he going to try and boost them through? Let's see where he's going with this one. There goes the paranoia. It doesn't actually catch anyone, but a good tailwind comes out from Mixwell. Up and over he goes. Gets Kero down. Cned does manage to reply. So it's almost a 1-for-1. Cned's still on site. They haven't cleared him off, and he finds the spike carrier. Pat gets picked off, and now Davidp. He's got the help of pyth arriving, but actually maybe a little too late and caught in the cross here. pyth's going for the cross. He's actually caught embroiled in a battle. He will get taken out by Russ there in the end, and Aslan, he leaves pyth all alone away from the spike.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen it. Again, he was the one to collect the spike on that long return.
I mean, if we're going to go to it this time, it kind of would have been okay to leave spike back there.
Dare we stay there? Dare we go back on our word, Lee?
No, I mean, obviously a very different retake situation this time. You know, the fact is they didn't take the site. They didn't get control at no point. And they kind of tried to brute force it, but it was well read by BBL.
Again, they're going round for round with them here. 4-4.
Look at the buy. This is a partial from G2. They flipped it. So they've got 3 on the weapons. At the moment, I think I did see 2 on the pistols. I don't know whether they're going to pull out maybe a Judge or and I'd be surprised if it's a Judge, maybe a Spectre in there. Because obviously we saw Bladestorm used in the previous round, so there's not that to fall back on either. And we do see indeed see pyth. Yes, he's absolutely fantastic on the Deagle in the day. And now, of course, the Marshal here in Valorant. This with a double, that's going to help it out. And then into A site they go.
Yeah, just straight through there with a shrouded step. Cned going to pop the Bladestorm. He's actually down to 10 HP, so he's got to be careful. Yeah, I'm not sure about the swing out of the dark cover there.
Especially with the audio cue. The ulti audio cue was so blatant that he was about to peek out that shadow.
Yeah. And again, you know, we see Jet players use the ultimate very differently, but to get no value off that and using it to try and recover around in that way, I'm not sure about that one, but
probably better suited in the next round we're going to have, where they're almost certainly going to be down on money.
Yeah.
Kero gets one though. It is still 2-1 and they're very spread, but pyth finds that operator. Of course, that's going to be taken away from the corpse.
Well, the thing is, I think about Bladestorm the same way I do Showstopper, right? It's ultimately for a thrifty round. If you get the opening pick, you can use that. That's like 2 weapons, and
that's what I'm saying. Now look, he's got 3k. Somebody had to buy for him there to drop him a weapon so he can get the armor. But still,
they're absolutely tapped out here as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about it.
Here.
5-4.
The peak was just weird.
Still, decent round for them anyway. Nonetheless, Cned's going to get that recon bolt quick and easy. Ardiis going to be sending the Owl drone in as well. That will get picked off, and it is going to be almost a default. Hunter's Fury coming through. That's not going to find anyone from Ardiis. So obviously felt he collected something in there. Is it just a distraction? It may well be, because he's on the rotate and he's actually left Mixwell there. Mixwell stayed tucked in the corner. It was almost a distraction to get him there. I think they were distracting for the tailwind.
Yeah, that's all it looked like. Cned nearly found Mixwell in B lobby there, but 4 members of G2 going to make this push from Cubby through to Tree. And Ardiis going to find the entry here. Mixwell still being a nuisance over here, and G2 find both kills over on the A site. Legoo up in heaven, he's going to fall too. So site control will go over to them, and wow, just a confident, just brute force push through. Cned, you can't jump and shoot the Phantom, my dude, but Davidp will be there to pluck him out of the sky.
Oh, and Kero found out easily, and that was a clean, flawless round. That's what G2 were looking for, and that's broke the bank of BBL. So we'll put them in the gutter for this penultimate round.
Yeah, just an all-out, like I said, brute force. As soon as they got the entry, the second one's found pretty much a matter of seconds afterwards, and at that point, I mean, there's no recovery for BBL. G2 have been so good post-plant on B site as well, A site in particular on this map.
Well, other than that one thrifty, the A site's been kind of easy for G2 to just stroll in on. They're going to go aggressive. They're going to try and force the issue onto Pat, and instead Pat will get himself a quick triple there. The Sheriff's not working out for him. Well, the dark cover going down. There's not a lot that sadly Legoo can do here. He's going to be trying to go aggressive, and Pat will find himself the 4. I mean, neural theft for the last one. Neural theft for the last one. Did we need that? Don't know. But either way, I guess they're just counting the rounds, thinking, you know what, let's make it 7-4, let's get it done. And the final round of the half, good attacking half from G2 here. BBL got a lot of work to do.
They have, yeah, and it's I gotta say again, it's worrying to come into the second half and have to attack against a team like G2, but we saw how well BBL were able to respond on Haven to that early round aggression that G2 like to show on defense. Obviously, the man on your screen right now, Davidp, will be the one to watch for me just because of the way he played earlier on Ascent. He's going to be the one to try and flex out on the B site, I imagine. Speaking of the B site, there's a heavy push through from G2 into lobby here. Cyber Cage popped early, and Legoo's already sent the Paranoia through as well.
Nothing gained from it. Mixwell still sticking the angle. Oh, hello. Cned. Oh, he got to get 2 from that. You got to get 2 from that position. It looked like a quick transfer as well. Doesn't work out. Legoo tries the shrouded step, and that gets cut down, and from the shadows comes out from Pat. He's going to get the spike down on site. Does, of course, have the cover from Davidp as well, but we still see Russ in and around the site with the spike now down. He's going to hear that weapon.
Yep. He heard it, but Pat still
Pat's on it.
Yeah, Pat still got the better of him. This is we've seen Pat step up in a number of series, and when he's on, he's on. You can see now, as the scoreboard will tell you, 16 and 5. That's a fantastic performance from him in the first half. And again, I love seeing Omen's kind of played as the entry.
Yeah.
Again, that paranoia is since the buff, it's such a huge ability now, and obviously with the change to his ultimate ability, you see people using that in a number of different ways.
And everything, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, or even just as a decoy, a little throw off a little fake, something like that. It's interesting to see people switch it up with Omen.
So it is going to be the pressure onto pyth. It seems he's going to be the man on the A side as we switch sides and G2 go to the defensive. And of course the spike making its way. Camera's going to give them all the information they needed. They did manage to get this one tag down before they took it out, so he gets to see exactly where they are. Mixwell's good. Look at Mixwell. He's going to peek through Cloudburst. He's going to peek and catch them all in the back. He just saw them all in the back there. Mixwell did. Pat's ready and waiting for it. He's giving the information and saying, yeah, they're pushing you any second now. Get ready to start the shots. Does manage to get the one trade. ardiis and pyth, though, with a quick response. They have got in on site, though, here with the board door down. Tell a lie, they didn't actually get the door. They didn't hit the button, and it didn't work out for them. pyth's just going to walk straight in. Spike goes down, but it's going to be a quick defuse as they wipe out the site in a clean retake.
Yeah, and again, that comes off the back of there's some information relayed. ardiis is immediately there to back up Pat in tree. And you had Mixwell's already made his way halfway through the map at that point. They've got him literally boxed in. I'm surprised they even made it in and got the spike down. And that could be ardiis letting know that TeamSpeak has gone down. So I'm guessing we're going to have a tactical pause here, Lee. Maybe that was some of the issues we were having earlier. Obviously, this is online, as we said. There are some issues that crop up. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to look at our two ugly mugs for the next few minutes. But,
who uses TeamSpeak in this day and age? Really?
Do you know what? It's weird that it's a CS thing. Everybody else uses Discord.
I've had to use it for a couple of productions as well recently, which kind of surprised me. I was like, "What? I need to install TeamSpeak 3? When?" It's like, what year is this?
It's like every year or 18 months or so, it comes up and somebody's like, "Oh, have you got TeamSpeak?" I'm like, "No, I haven't."
No. Do we want Mumble next? Like, what's going on?
Remember Roger Wilco? You're
Wilco. That is my era.
Mm-hmm.
That is my era. Yeah. Everyone in chat's like, what the hell is Roger Wilco?
What are they talking about?
What are they on about? Old chat programs, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody uses Discord these days, which by the way, is basically IRC with a skin.
Yeah, but nobody will remember IRC as well.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
QuakeNet days.
Everybody should know IRC, because what are you using right now? You're using Twitch chat. It's IRC. It's actually IRC in the background. So if you
our age right
somewhere
now,
you'll go to IRC and you'll find mandatory channel and you'll see all of your emotes, because you're in emote only mode, and obviously you won't see any emotes in there. It'll just be, you'll be like, what is going on here? But anyway, show my age. Technicalities aside, BBL up against it now. G2 almost certainly going to take it to a 10th. Unless we see another Thrifty. We have seen a lot of Thrifties from BBL, but this is going to be a tricky one here to see whether they can line something up. It's going to have to be a well-executed attack. We have seen some really good play from Russ with the Sheriff so far, but our drone is actually going to see them all.
Yeah, and the timing's just right.
It's just got vision of the lot. It did, because pistols, you can't take it down quick enough. Mixwell's there. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Mixwell's going to peek in another. That's a triple. And I think he heard the shots. Yes, he did. He absolutely knows there's another one. Quick updraft peek. Yep, saw you there. And he's actually going to sneak to the left side of it. Oh, that's going to be a 4. Can it be the hat trick? Oh,
Pat steals
the ace was stolen away. Damn you, Pat.
But I mean, this is the point where you start getting worried. G2 on 10 rounds. First buy coming through here for BBL. If G2 are able to shut this down now, again, the economy's in tatters. It's so difficult to come back from this position. If you don't, go 6-6 in the first half, it's so unforgiving in Valorant. Obviously, with the round count, how things can just get away from you.
Shadows traveling.
I mean, this was the concern when we knew Ascent was going to be the second map.
Yeah.
It is one of those maps that can just run away from you. And if you find yourself behind, it's so hard to get back in it. But vice versa, it can go your way, and you can you can look fantastic and take them down. The Paranoid catching quite a few of them out there. ardiis will try and push on through the dark cover, though, but that's going to bite him in the ass. Don't forget, they're pushing the bonus round while the rest of BBL are pushing him with full weapon buy here. Cheeky little updraft and Mixwell with the Blade Storm ready to go here.
You got the
this is the wrong point to use it, though, up against 4 people looking your way. Yeah, okay, he realizes his back's away. Oh, he's going to dash through. He's going to dash through. Updraft through. No, not happening. It's Cned sat in the corner ready and waiting. This is going to be Davidp cleared out, and the spike plant goes in. Pit's the last man in a 4v1. Okay, Aries, get carried away.
Yeah. I mean, that's good, though. That's good. Like I said, that one could have broken the bank for BBL. G2 are going to be able to buy back in it, so they have exactly the same mountain to climb here. But if they can get a couple of rounds on the board, it's definitely not just over yet. G2 actually going to opt for a double operator setup here, which is so strong on Ascent. Having an operator on each site is just... I mean, not even on each site. You can see Mixwell get boosted up in mid. And he's just going to have complete oversight here.
He's going to use that dark cover as well. It's almost giving him a little bit of
all the time
defensive cover. The timing, but he still manages to get away with it. Legoo missing the shot. And just the fraction of a second is all it needs for Mixwell to land it. As they reposition over. Pat's going aggressive as well. Look at that. He's going to tuck in. They're going to be coming around the corner. Will they check the corner? Oh, they may have just heard his jump, actually. Yes, he will. Kero finds him. Just that little hop skip gives you position away. Cage trap across. Pushing into sight. And it's all on Pit and Mixwell at the back.
Yeah, and Pit going to fall immediately. So Mixwell with the operator now. He's way out in the open. Does use the tailwind to get back behind scaffolding a little bit, but Spike will go down. 3 members of G2. They're going to tuck their tails and go and try and save these weapons, which is probably the right decision. But just to come back to that again, it's Pat gets himself into these positions a lot, and I think it becomes, I mean, if you're feeling it, and to be honest with you, he was playing insane in the first half, but this is one of those things. BBL taking a very slow, methodical push through there. Everybody is clearing angles. So they absolutely punish. I don't want to say the overextension of Pat, but they absolutely punish that cheeky little spot he tried to get into. And ultimately, him falling there, it puts a hell of a lot of weight on the shoulders of Pit, and he falls immediately as well.
I like the play from G2, though. Save, bring it all back. Obviously, a lot of these players have been around in Counter-Strike and know the value of saving your weapons. Yeah, sure, you 10-6 up. You know, you could just, like, test it. Sure, we'll go to pistol, and then we could buy right back into it. But no, they do risk it. They're going aggressive, though. Look at this. They've left B exposed. They're going to go aggressive down mid. This is a ballsy play from G2.
Right here.
Oh, this is going to be the first man through. Look at this. The fans around the corner. There's the Cloudburst. ardiis is actually separated from his team, so he's got in here, waiting for the dark cover, waiting for the push, manages to get one, sees the second as well, gets the spray through for the third. All the information in it. A flawless execution from G2. So well played.
Yeah, just convincing fashion. That's what we've come to expect from G2 here. Obviously, BBL going to be able to buy back into this one. They do have a little bit of a buffer, but I'm worried about a couple of the players there because they're going to be forcing back up onto Spectres if G2 put themselves on match point here. Still signs of lively, but definitely not as comfortable as they looked on Haven, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a concerning round. The fact they just did that to them, obviously, it's going to, you know, the fact is they're running out of rounds.
Yeah.
They're running out of buffers. They're running out of chances. Yes, you can get some big momentum going on the attacking side, but I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing some slow default players looking for picks now, and G2 are not giving them any indications that there's going to be any. They're sitting back. They're not over peaking, and when they do go for it, we see the play just like we had last time. I mean, that was mainly ardiis. Mixwell and Davidp were actually cut off by the Cloudburst.
Yeah.
It was all on ardiis, but you know what? When you have players like him, they can do it. So Aldrone sees the one, realizes, okay, it's a default mid play. Everybody stay and hold position.
You're going to see a push through towards Mark here. Paranoia gets sent through. Not going to catch anybody because ardiis and Davidp have fallen back to site. ardiis will get the door closed before he falls, but Pat will fall in rotation as well. And that leaves Davidp potentially in a 1v4/5 situation here on the B site back in Boathouse.
Gonna try and get the one, but it won't work. Legoo will shut him down. So spike plant in. It's going to be a simple save for G2. 11-7. Gives them an important round, but as I say, running out of rounds. They got to keep this momentum up. A much better play this time. Didn't net them an opening spike, but they did move as one, and they're going to chase these weapons down. They want them. They want to try and harm the economy, and they want to get that operator off Mixwell.
Yeah, and this is, again, teams of this level, they want to try and punish. Again, a huge investment to get there. Yeah, he actually landed. I think they had just clipped the edge of the wall there.
Oh, yep.
But legoo are going to find pyth elsewhere, so that's the other weapon off the board, and you can see them now. They are foaming at the mouth trying to find Mixwell. And might actually be legoo who catches him coming all the way through the spawn, but going to pick up the freebie there. He's going to jump around the corner. There you go. And it was indeed legoo who found him on the spawn flank. So T2 again, not in a terrible position financially, but I do see a Bucky on the board. One of my personal favorites. He's going to switch it up to the judge. Now I'm upset.
No, I mean, look, the Bucky was fantastic, and then Riot realized actually it's bugged. So they fixed it. It used to be more accurate.
Mine still works. That's all I'm saying. Like.
It used to be more accurate when you were sprinting than when you were crouching. I mean, that's safe to say there's a problem. But thankfully they fixed that. Look at the aggression though from G2. They decided to push out of B. The drone does actually catch the trap, so it gives them the information. The Hunter's Fury is just going to blast on through. Unfortunately, not going to catch them. Tucked in mid. She wanted to try and catch them all in the connector, but wasn't quite well to be. But Mixwell does get the open up.
I feel like I cast a curse did ardiis earlier. I was literally praising him for his Hunter's Fury efficiency.
Well, he's going to get the recon bolt. That's going to be a bam. There we go. Mixwell strikes again. No resurrect this time.
What a second.
And Mixwell onto Kero makes it down to a 5-on-3. And the flick on Cned was dirty.
Right. So he caught 2 wall bangs. The recon bolt initially from ardiis setting the first one up. But that last shot for the 4th on the round was absolutely filthy, Lee.
He's going to finish it off. I mean, he's going for the ace. No, Aslan shuts him down. And now we're still in a 2v4 situation. They're going to try and push on down. He actually catches some glimpse and a double peeking him. ardiis will finish the job, and now it's all on Russ. 1v4, match point beckoning. And he's going to try and push on through the shadow. paTiTek caught a glimpse. Everybody shoot the smoke.
Just send everything into this dark cover, and 11 seconds left here. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, well. pyth finds a weapon, takes him down. 12-7. I love the adjustments that G2 can make. They can, they'll sit so passive one round, and next time Mixwell's in your face, making it happen, and gets himself another 4K, 26 frags and counting. And now, of course, it is going to be a buy straight back for BBL, but now we're looking at 5 match points for G2, and that's a tough old task for BBL.
Yes. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
Get out of my way.
I mean, they got to make something work here. It goes without saying, and the way the last few rounds have played out, I feel like G2 are in that bully mode that we've seen them embrace a few times now. Bladestorm going to get popped by Cned. A lot of it going to ride on this utility coming into the A site here.
The rotates the shadows. Actually, it's from the shadows. As Max will work. He should be able to get Mixwell in the back. He does. legoo has been dealt with though. ardiis back on the top, and there's paTiTek doing what he's been doing all day long. Aslan gets the one, but it's a 2v1. Aslan, spike still not down. The rotate's coming through. They're going to work it and double peek it. Davidp. Aslan's ready for this. Oh, he's looking the opposite way.
We've got the head.
Comes to the head. Got to see it. David will catch it. Aslan goes down. G2 will take it. They're into the grand finals in a 2-0 sweep of BBL. Much deserved, I think it's safe to say. At the end of the day, they really played it well. Some nice